Ryan O'Connor! Ah! Is that a R34?
He's running, bro.
Is that a R30? Yeah! Yo, that's the start of this vlog, bro. Oh my god, bro. I've never seen some shit like that, bro. So a lot of you have been asking me how to take pictures for Instagram for your car pages and how to use Adobe Lightroom. So that's basically what this video is going to be. Me and Jay right now, we're going to go and shoot his car in this parking garage that I shot in last time. But this time I'm going to be showing you guys how to use Adobe Lightroom and how to edit pictures on it. I'm not going to be showing you guys how to take pictures like in terms of like lenses and stuff like that and what lens you need. That's not this tutorial. This tutorial is basically an Adobe Lightroom tutorial. So right now we're gonna go to this parking garage. We just got gas and we're gonna take pictures and then we're gonna go back to the house and I'm gonna show you guys how to edit pictures on Adobe Lightroom. So yeah, let's get right into this. Let's see if your car starts.
No.
That's that E30 life right there, guys.
I know it's gonna start.
Alright guys, so we're here. You guys probably can realize this place kind of looks familiar, but we're gonna take pictures right now, and then when we get back to the house, we're gonna take some pictures of the car right now, and then we're gonna upload them to Lightroom, and we're gonna pick the best of the 50 or 60 pictures we're about to take, and then we're gonna pick the best ones and then edit those. So yeah, let's take these pictures and then get back to the house. Okay, so we're now back to my room. We shot pictures of Jay's car. This is now a day later. I'm gonna upload the pictures to my laptop, and then we're gonna, you know, pretty much edit them. I'm gonna show you guys how I edit my pictures. I'm obviously not gonna sit here and say I'm a pro. Obviously, I'm still learning as well, but from when I first started, I'm much better now. And a lot of you like the way my pictures look on Instagram, so this is for those of you that like my style and want to do something a little bit closer to my style. Then obviously add your own variations to it. But I'm just gonna show you guys how to edit a picture. So we're gonna edit this picture of Jay's car right now, and when we're done it should look something like this. So let me know what you guys think of the edit, but we're gonna start this up right now. I'm gonna screen record my laptop. Quick disclaimer, I'm not going to be showing you guys how to install Adobe Lightroom onto your MacBook or PC. I'm not doing that in this video. That's like for you to figure out. You can just a bunch of tutorials online and I'm sure there's some on YouTube as well. Once you pretty much have Lightroom, I'm going to show you guys how to edit pictures on Lightroom. Maybe even show you guys how to import pictures, but if you know the video is not 35 minutes long. So yeah, let's dive right into this. Alrighty, so now we are on my MacBook. Hopefully you guys can see in here my desktop. Basically you're gonna put however you import your pictures onto your MacBook. Pick the picture out of the whole picture day that you went and took, and pick the picture you like the most, or pick the picture that you want to edit. Click on it. You know, I want to choose this one because you can see the tunnel lights. You know, the car looks nice and low. You know, I like the way the fog lights and the light is hitting the ground. I think this picture looks awesome. It's in perfect focus. The background is blurred. It gives a nice little bokeh effect. So what I'm going to do is hit File, and I'm going to export the photo. Hit export right here, and then just drop it into whatever folder you are normally used to exporting. Basically what I did, I made a folder on my desktop that's unedited photos for Lightroom. So go ahead and open Lightroom. Wait for this to start up. So once Lightroom starts up, just go ahead and ignore this picture that I have up right now. It's just an old picture of the F30. Go ahead and hit import. Go to that file, that folder that you exported the picture to. I'm going to choose this one, and I'm going to hit import. Alright, so now the picture's right here. You can double click it and then hit this develop tab right up here. Come on, MacBook. Alrighty, so as you guys can see, the picture is pretty much ready to be edited. When you guys are done, just a quick reminder, you can go to develop and go to new preset. So basically, if you have a bunch of pictures from one day and it's like the same, you know, environment, and a lot of your presets can work with this, you know, the pictures of that day, you can go ahead and like use the same preset that you do here and hit develop and hit save, and then you can apply that onto other pictures. But so let's get right into this. So when you have a photo like loaded up and ready to go to edit, go ahead and basically mess with these. You can toy around with this. This basically is exposure. It increases the brightness pretty much and also lowers it all the way down. Sometimes if you go too much, you'll get these blue pretty much like blinds and stuff. This is basically the app or whatever this is, the program telling you that, you know, you've gone a little too much, you gotta chill. what I like to do when I'm starting my pictures off, contrast does this. It basically like brings your darks even darker, and if you lessen it, basically gives like the faded look. A lot of you enjoy the faded look on Instagram for whatever reason. I do as well. Oh, I almost forgot these two. This is basically the temperature that you want your picture to be, whether you want it to be cooler or warmer. I normally go warm, but in this environment it looks like cool is going to do it justice, so I'm going to put it like negative like 5. Tint, I never ever go green. I normally go pink if I do, and if I do go pink, I'll do is probably positive 2. So for this picture, highlights is basically what'll like lessen like the brightness of things like this, and the headlights and the fogs, just everything that's super bright on the screen. So as you can see how it just lessened everything besides the tube lights and stuff, and just the lights, everything besides the whole entire picture, just the things that are super bright. You could turn those up too. As you can see, that's kind of overkill, but maybe I can make that work if I bring the exposure down. I don't know, I don't really know how I feel about this so far, but I guess I could leave it like that. Shadows, basically, as you can see, his grill is really dark. What that does is pretty much brings the light out, and that probably will keep it like around here. Whites, pretty much the same as highlights. I guess I can turn that down since highlights are all the way up. And then blacks basically is just like contrast, just a different form of it. Now if you a lot of the times blacks doesn't let you go more than like -10 because it just starts showing those blue dots. What you can do is go scroll down to the tone curve and increase this bottom anchor right here, and this is what really gives you the faded look for pictures. So sometimes people go extreme and go all the way up to like 20%. For some reason, this is really hard to drag on my laptop, but you see 20% is a lot. The most I would do on this picture right now, as of right now, is probably 10%. So let's get it up to 10, or as close as you can. Now the picture kind of does look a little too faded, so what I'll do now is increase the contrast. And now that the contrast is increased, you know, I'm not a huge fan of how the lights look now because of the highlights. So what I'll do is turn the whites up and basically turn the highlights down. There you go. You see, that looks a lot better. Now a lot of you are probably wondering, why do the colors not look like this picture looks very simple, does it? You can barely tell it's edited. That's kind of the goal for me. I want my pictures to still look natural. You can also increase the clarity. This is kind of like sharpness, but it kind of brings out everything. So if you look at his lip, you see how it looks there, like this is how it starts, and then if I keep increasing the clarity, it kind of like brings out, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it really does bring out the picture itself in terms of clarity. I advise not to go past 25 on this max, depending on the picture. It's really situational, but I feel like this can really just, you know, ruin your picture if you do too much of it. A lot of people get obsessed with clarity for whatever reason. By the way, this is how it looks all the way down. This is how it looks all the way up. As you can see, it looks ridiculous all the way up, in my opinion. A lot of people like this look. I don't, so I'm going to keep it like in the 25 area. Vibrance is basically, I mean, you can just toy with it and see what it does. Obviously I'm going to turn this down because I feel like in the middle it looks way too yellow. So I'm going to turn this down just a tad bit. Maybe increase the saturation, or maybe invert it. Like I said in the beginning of this video, it's a lot of trial and error, and whatever you guys feel works best. I feel like if I keep the saturation up, it's kind of like canceling out every color besides yellow, which is not what we want. I'm going to bring up the vibrance and maybe just turn down the saturation and just give it the perfect color right there. There you go. I want to increase the contrast a little bit, and maybe turn down the exposure and then bring up the whites. As you can see, it's just a lot of like trial and error. So like right now I feel like it's a little too dark over here, so what I'm going to do is increase the shadows just a little bit. And then obviously you can also do a bunch of other stuff. Like, this seems basic, right? But now another thing that I can do is this tool right here. You can drag this tool, click from the top, drag it down, and you can get a portion of the picture light, and you can adjust just this portion of the picture however you want. So like I can turn this all the way down and make it look crazy, or I can bring it all the way up. You know, a lot of people like this look a lot. What I would do max on this is increase contrast. Maybe get away with the highlights, or increase it. Yeah, I would probably keep it a little down, and then increase the clarity, and then saturation up a little bit because I do want those lights to show. And then I'm gonna go ahead and increase the exposure just a tad bit. Remember, simplicity is key here. You don't want to go overboard. I'll drag up from the bottom as well, so some of you guys can get an idea of how this picture can look. Maybe how it looks with the exposure all the way down and then all the way up. Obviously, I'm probably not even gonna mess with this. I think it looks fine the way it is. Maybe increase it a bit and then increase contrast. Actually that was fine just the way it was. Maybe clarity. Yeah, it looks cool. So this picture, in my opinion, is pretty much done. If you do like this preset, just go ahead and hit develop and hit new preset, and then it'll be saved right here in your other presets. I like the way this looks right here, the way it is. Once you are done with the picture and you're happy with how it looks, just go ahead and hit edit. Hit file, hit export, just like we did to export the picture. Export it wherever you want. I want it on my desktop. I'm just gonna leave it right on my desktop. Export, and you can see right here it is showing you that it's exporting. Once this goes away, you're pretty much done. The file is completely exported, and as you can see, the picture is right here. So boom, look at that. That's how it looks now, and this is how it used to look. That is quite the difference. If you're asking me, this looks a lot more better. It looks like it was taken with like a 10 times more expensive camera, and this is just from editing, which is ridiculous. Okay, so we are done. Check out this before. This is how the picture looked just straight out of the camera, and this is how it looks now with the edit. Looks fantastic, looks 10 times better. I think it looks crazy. Like I said, this takes a lot of trial and error. It takes a lot of patience. Photography is a lot of patience. It's a lot of taking 100 to 120 photos and then coming home and only liking 6 of them, and 2 of them being Instagram worthy. That is just how it works for me. I feel like the smaller the ratio, the better of a photographer you are. So if you can take like 60 photos and you come home and you love like 20 of them, and like 25 of them are like worth uploading, you're a pretty good photographer, in my opinion. That pretty much wraps it up for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial on how I edit my pictures. Oh my god, I forgot to put my hat on. That's pretty much how I edit my pictures for my Instagram, and a lot of you were asking to make this video, so I did it for you guys. That was my first time really like trying to record and talk live at the same time while recording my voice, which was interesting. Aside from that, let me know what you guys thought of the edit. Let me know what you guys think of my way of editing. If you guys have any suggestions for those of you that already use Lightroom and already edit, let me know what you guys do. Let me know what you guys thought of this tutorial. Let me know if you think I should adjust a couple things. Just, you know, critique my photos. I don't mind. I'm open to all kinds of feedback. That pretty much wraps it up for this video, guys. Huge shout out to Jay for going with me to take these pictures, because my car is no longer picture worthy. But that pretty much wraps it up for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Peace out.